Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Woodson and you're watching Nerd Chat. In the last episode, I talked to you guys about the second quarter of the official Zelda timeline. I got some news though. I made a lot of mistakes. Not telling you guys anything, but me just stammering and stuttering. I'm recording these all at once, by the way, so I don't know who or what, whoever posted or anything, so these are all going up on different days, so that's why. So in this episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about my favorite branch of the Zelda timeline, the child timeline. The child timeline basically kicks in when Zelda from Ocarina of Time sends Link back in time to stop her from ever doing all this in the first place, because she feels guilty about all the people that have died and all the destruction that has happened. Because she did this, Link was able to tell Zelda about what was happening, and she told her father, and her father was able to stop Ganondorf from ever doing this. This allowed Link to travel to try to find Navi. It is well known that that Majora's Mask started out as Link trying to find Navi. Most people don't understand why, but I have a pretty good idea. In Ocarina of Time, Link was pretty much alone. Nobody liked him because he was different. He had no fairy. Because he was part of a race of people. Because he was raised by a race of people who believed that if you didn't have a fairy, you weren't of age. You weren't important. So he was alone. And when Navi came to him, it symbolized that he now had a friend. That he now had somebody he could talk to, somebody that he could spend some time with. But when Navi left at the end of Ocarina of Time, that left with a bit of a problem for him. He did not know what to do. So he went to go find that one friend. What would you do if one of your friends disappeared and nobody knew what to do? You'd go looking for him or her. That's what he did. He went to go look for Navi. And hence Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is within an era that's uncleverly named the Child Era. Link went to a different universe, and within this universe, he battled the demon Majora. And saved this dimension from total destruction. Meanwhile, while all this was happening and he was off searching for Navi, the Twilight Era happened. The Twilight Era, of course, has the game Twilight Princess in it, which is the invasion of the Twilight Realm, and a bit of a war happens. Ganondorf also comes back. This is the same Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time. Okay, so this isn't a new Ganondorf. This is the same Ganon. He isn't Ganon. He isn't called Ganon. He's just called Ganondorf. He isn't called Ganon until he uses the power of the Triforce of Power to turn him into Ganon, which he doesn't do at all. So so he dies as Ganondorf. You go around, you save the day, you kill Ganondorf, and time is sealed. Time is well saved. Then there's again some time of peace. Like every game, there is always some sort of time of peace. But afterwards, the next era kicks in, the Shadow Era. The Shadow Era has the game Four Swords in it, Four Swords Adventures. This is the return of Ganondorf, aka Ganon, and the return of Vaati. I thought you'd never hear that name again. I told you in the first episode of the Zelda timeline that Vaati wasn't fully defeated. Well, Ganon, the new ruler of the Gerudos, finds out that the Gerudos and the Hyruleans were starting to get, we're starting to get a bit of a relationship going on. And he doesn't like this, so he attempts and does steal the Triforce and gets this dark mirror. This dark mirror creates a shadow of whatever it sees. So Link stared into this mirror and created a Shadow Link, which was used to trick Zelda and Link to pull the Four Sword, releasing Vaati again. And the Seven Maidens again are sealed into the Sacred Realm, or the Dark World is what it's called now again. And Link and his four selves go around the Dark World to save the Seven Maidens and find a way to get into Vaati's new castle. However, he finds out that Ganon is now the sole reason why all this is happening in the first place, and with the power of the Four Sword, he seals Ganon and Vaati inside the Four Sword, and the day is saved. And that's the end of the timeline. I'm sorry for a bit of a short episode. I didn't want to go into too much detail about these games. I still want you to go play them and get your own opinion on them. But if you already have played them and you already have your own opinion on them, please do feel free to comment in the comment section and tell me what I've gotten wrong, because I would be happy to tell you. I would be happy for you to tell me, and I'd be happy to correct myself in a future video or something. So, again, sorry for the short episode. Join me for the next episode where I talk about the fourth and final timeline. See you guys then.